The latest brain scans reveal that you are unknowingly dedicating 8/10 of your most precious cognitive energy to tasks that yield just 2/10 of your actual results. This isn't just poor time management, it's a fundamental misallocation of neural resources, a physiological tax on your prefrontal cortex. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand the precise brain mechanism that leads to this energy drain, and more importantly, how to reverse it by harnessing your brain's natural drive for efficiency, transforming how you approach every single task. You will master the Neuro-Pareto Principle, not as a productivity hack, but as the operating manual for your own neurobiology. Your brain, a magnificent network of billions of neurons, is an incredibly powerful yet surprisingly finite resource. Think of it less like an endless reservoir of processing power and more like a high-performance, custom-built supercomputer running on a very specific, limited battery. Every decision, every distraction, every moment of scattered attention draws power from this neural battery. The crucial insight is this: not all cognitive tasks demand energy equally, and more critically, not all yield equal returns. This is where the Pareto Principle, the 80-20 rule, moves from a simple business observation into a profound neurological truth. Our brains, by default, often fall into a trap of cognitive egalitarianism, treating every incoming stimulus and every pending task as if it deserves an equal share of our finite neural bandwidth. We switch between emails, social media, document drafting, and planning, often believing we're multitasking effectively, when in reality, we are forcing our prefrontal cortex, the seat of executive function, into costly task-switching penalties. Each context shift, each mental pivot doesn't just cost time, it costs neural glucose, it costs neurotransmitter regulation, and it degrades your capacity for deep, sustained focus. It's like constantly yanking the plug on one power-hungry application just to briefly launch another. A seminal study by Miller and Cohen in 2004 elucidated the critical role of the prefrontal cortex in maintaining and controlling cognitive processes. They proposed a framework where the prefrontal cortex acts as a central executive, orchestrating attention and inhibiting irrelevant information. When you force this executive to constantly jump between disparate tasks, you are not exercising it, you are overtaxing its delicate regulatory capacity. The brain doesn't just smoothly transition, it expends significant energy to disengage from the prior context, load the new context, and then re-establish focus. This isn't just about feeling tired, it's about physically depleting the very neural resources you need for your most impactful work. The real problem isn't the number of tasks, it's the number of context switches and the brain's misguided attempt to give everything an equal slice of its vital energy pie. If you're finding this perspective on your brain's energy fascinating, imagine how many more people could benefit from understanding this fundamental neuroscience. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe and leave a comment sharing your current biggest source of cognitive energy drain. It helps YouTube understand that this science matters, and it fuels our ability to keep uncovering the cutting-edge brain research that genuinely transforms lives. Now, back to how this cognitive egalitarianism sabotages your best efforts. This constant scattering prevents the neural pathways associated with high-value tasks from ever truly solidifying, leaving you in a perpetual state of shallow work, never reaching the profound focus required for innovation or complex problem-solving. This is why you often feel busy but unproductive. Your brain is indeed working, but it's operating far below its potential, squandering its power on the peripheral rather than consolidating it on the pivotal. This scattered approach isn't just inefficient, it's a neurobiological brake on your potential. Imagine your cognitive energy as a powerful laser beam. When you direct that laser at a single, precise point, it can cut through steel. But when you diffuse that same energy across a wide surface, it only warms the air. That's the difference Neuro-Pareto makes. Before understanding this, your workdays might resemble a frantic light show, flashing across dozens of minor issues. You're checking emails, then a quick Slack message, then a draft document, then a notification pops up, then back to email, a dizzying carousel of low-impact stimuli that leave you exhausted but with little to show for it. You finish the day with a sense of overwhelm, unable to recall any significant breakthroughs. Now, consider the transformation when you apply the Neuro-Pareto lens. You begin by identifying the critical 2/10 of your tasks that yield 8/10 of your desired outcomes. These are your neural priorities. This isn't about arbitrary list making, it's about deep analysis of impact versus cognitive load. Once identified, you ruthlessly protect your focus for these tasks. Research from Erickson and colleagues in 1993 on deliberate practice and expert performance illustrates this perfectly. They found that true expertise and peak performance weren't achieved through sheer hours, but through highly focused, intentional, and often uncomfortable practice directed at specific areas of improvement. Their subjects weren't multitasking. They were engaging in deep, sustained cognitive allocation to the vital few skills that truly mattered. Consider the before scenario. You spend 10 hours on a project, but due to constant interruptions and context switching, your effective deep work time might only be 2 hours. The other 8 are lost to cognitive friction. Now, the after. You ruthlessly apply the Neuro-Pareto Principle. You identify the 1 or 2 critical components of that project that will deliver 80% of its value. You then dedicate a protected block of time, say 2 hours, to absolute unwavering focus on just those components. No notifications, no other tabs, just the neural laser pointed at the crucial target. The result? You complete the vital core of the project with high quality, feeling energized and accomplished in a fraction of the time. The remaining 8 hours can then be strategically allocated to other high-value work or used for rest, allowing your brain to recover and rebuild. This isn't about working harder, it's about working in alignment with your brain's optimal operating principles, converting scattered energy into targeted exponential growth. Now, how do you operationalize this scientific truth in your daily routine? Here are 3 brain-based techniques to immediately implement the Neuro-Pareto Principle. First, the cognitive load audit. For the next 3 days, without judgment, simply observe and log every single task you switch between. This isn't about timing, but about awareness. Every time you switch from drafting a report to checking email, or from a strategic call to a minor administrative detail, just make a note. At the end of each day, review your log. Identify which tasks consumed disproportionate amounts of your brain's energy relative to the actual impact they produced. You will quickly see a pattern. 8/10 of your energy likely goes to 2/10 of your truly impactful work, or worse, to trivialities. The goal is to identify your unique 2/10, the tasks that, when given full cognitive allocation, move your most important goals forward significantly. Your brain's expected response will be a sharpened awareness of what truly matters, creating a neural filter. Second, implement neurobatching. Once you've identified your vital 20% tasks, group them by cognitive demand. For instance, dedicate a 90-minute block first thing in the morning to your most complex, high-impact analytical work. No communication, no quick checks, just pure, uninterrupted deep thinking. Then, a separate 45-minute block later for communication-heavy tasks like email responses or quick team updates, and perhaps another 30-minute block for quick administrative 2-minute tasks that might otherwise derail your focus. The specific method here is to create distinct cognitive environments for different types of work. Your brain's expected response? Reduced context switching costs. By preparing your prefrontal cortex for a specific type of cognitive demand for an extended period, you allow it to settle into an efficient, specialized mode, much like tuning an instrument for a specific piece of music. This leads to dramatically increased output for each batch. Third, activate prefrontal priming. Before engaging in any vital 20% task, take 3 minutes to perform a mental pre-flight check. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and visualize the specific outcome you want to achieve from this single task. Mentally walk through the first 1 or 2 steps. Then articulate to yourself, either mentally or aloud, why this task is part of your vital 20%. What impact will it have? This isn't just positive thinking, it's engaging your brain's goal setting and reward pathways. Your brain's expected response is a powerful surge of directed attention and motivation, literally priming your prefrontal cortex to focus on the task at hand and ignore distractions. This method ensures you start your most important work not just with intention, but with a brain already aligned and prepared for deep engagement. You now understand that productivity isn't about doing more things, it's about leveraging your brain's inherent design to do the right things with unparalleled focus. You're not just managing your time, you are actively shaping your neural pathways, forging an identity as someone who collaborates with their cognitive machinery, not someone who fights against its limitations. What is one specific, non-essential task that routinely siphons your brain's peak energy? If this perspective resonates, if you see the potential for a radically different way of working with your own brain, then like this video now. It's your personal bookmark, a quick way to rediscover these precise techniques when you next need to channel your focus with scientific precision. The brain is a universe waiting to be explored, and we've only just begun to uncover its most profound operating principles. Keep optimizing, keep refining your cognitive allocation, because the journey into transforming your productivity with cutting-edge neuroscience is just beginning. Subscribe, and don't miss the next fundamental brain discovery we're already dissecting, one that will unlock even greater levels of personal and professional mastery.